The reason why there is no much progress in our generation is that we have a vagabond generation who have no value for oil. They don't have value for fathers. People that should be imparting them, they are attacking them. And they are wondering why they are amounting to nothing. And they are angry that the people that they are attacking are growing bigger. That's a vagabond generation. Please don't do that. Anybody who is in front of you is in front of you. Is in front of you. Calm all the way down so you don't die of hypertension. I'm telling you. Just calm down. Rolls Royce will never become Mercedes. Not to talk of us waging.
Welcome back to the Moment of Truth and Enlightening class. It's Tuesday today, 11th February 2025. You heard Enenche. Enenche trying to afflict his followers with his own foolishness, with his own ignorance, with his own what he said. This is vagabond generation. He said we do not have results because they were insulting fathers. Let me remind this tiny brain. People have submitted to your fathers for 50 years. What are we seeing now? Destruction, lies, manipulation, storytelling, telling the stories in the Bibles. Your fathers has nothing to offer anybody. And this generation want to take their life back from all of you, Vagabond, Pharaoh, Balaam and Balak. Yeah, you heard me. Because your brain is so tiny, you don't even know what to say. It's comparing Mercedes to Rolls Royce. He said, who is in front of you is in front of you. You are all thieves. You are where you are today because you're stealing from millions of people. If you are working like every other person, will you be where you are today? No. The answer is no. So you and your fathers are the one that make this generation vagabond. And they say enough is enough. They want to take their life back. And you are crying yo-yo everywhere. I posted a video about him and his daughter. You know, they gave me a copyright on that video.
Some people are still in the Gospels. Gospels have closed. Bible school there has closed. The principal has traveled. We are now in Acts. And unless Acts post-date gospel, you keep telling the stories. And a lot of ministers today are still in the story. Excuse me. The stories have ended. Long time. We are now in Acts.
You heard Mr. Issac Omolehin. He is also a pastor. He's also one of you. He's doing his own evil as well. But he's telling you now that all of you stop telling us, repeating to us the Bible stories. We can read it ourselves. We know what it is. Preach the gospel. If you don't have any gospel, get out and shut up. Let's hear their fathers now.
When God was passing by and paid the family a visit, and the womb that had been empty for 90 years suddenly received a visitor of joy, which is saying that there might be some people among us whose womb have been empty for a long time. As the Lord lives.
Some people are still in the Gospels. Gospels have closed. Bible school there has closed. The principal has traveled. We are now in Acts. And unless Acts post-date gospel, you keep telling the stories. And a lot of ministers today are still in the story. Excuse me. The stories have ended. Long time. We are now in Acts.
So, I'm not the only one that's irritated by all of you rubbish and nonsense. This is one of you, Issac Omolehin, telling your fathers to stop telling stories, telling all the story of Sarah, barren, got pregnant at the age of 90. We know it already. Don't tell us. Let's hear more stories from their Baba.
Everybody had prayed for had become pregnant. What's your own case? And the woman told the pastor, when I was in school, I made a mistake, became pregnant, and tried to commit abortion. Everything went wrong. By the time they took me to the hospital, the doctors had to remove my womb. So the pastor said, you mean you have no womb? She said, no, sir, I have none. And you're asking me to pray for you. So from that day onward, whenever the pastor saw her coming, the pastor would dodge. And then one day the woman saw the pastor dodging. So she turned her attention to God.
You heard though, that's rubbish that Enenche is asking us to keep putting up with. No. Enough is enough of all this nonsense. There's no oil there, Enenche. It's Goya oil. No oil. If you have oil, you won't be fixing miracles here and there. You won't be lying here and there. You won't be arresting people that work for you. Work with you for 10 years that know all your secrets and now telling us, arresting them, locking them up, oppressing them. Lie here and there. You want to continue lying, deceiving your congregation, that's your business. We know better now, and we don't want to be part of your rubbish, of your nonsense. We want to know God for ourselves. All this nonsense you are doing here and there, cajoling people, collecting money from the governor, from the state governors, here and there, fixing crusade that nothing comes out of. You are Pharisees and Sadducees. You've received your reward here on earth. Everything you are doing ends here. You have no eternal values. You are not going to see that law, and you know that. And that's why you are fighting everybody. The tiny thing want to be known. Want everybody to be calling him daddy, daddy, daddy. Mommy, mommy, mommy. No. Enough is enough of all this nonsense. All of you disobedience, children of God. You are disobeying God. You are an opposition to God Almighty. You're fighting God Almighty with his glory. And he said he will never share his glory with anyone. Never. You belong to Satan. You belong to Satan. That's why everything all of you are doing here on earth ends here. Showing off. Notice me. Gathering people only to punish them. Empty their pockets. They will go home the same way. Nothing is coming out. If there's something coming out, Nigeria will not be in the state it is today. We will have seen the results everywhere. No results, nothing. Only you thieves getting all the results because you are collecting money, cajoling people. The state governors are giving you money. The politicians are giving you money. You are trading the souls of people, of your members. You are doing all sorts of things, and you don't want us to talk. And you are now manipulating your members not to watch wherever they are talking about pastors. The oil, which oil? Which oil? 50 years of running up and down, all of you. Nigeria is going down. You're walking around with bodyguards. Your oil cannot even protect you. All your siblings, your youngest ones are dying one by one. Your in-laws, brother's wife died. Young people die in your family. Your oil cannot protect them, cannot save them. You smuggle your daughter, your first daughter, out of Nigeria. So your oil cannot keep her in Nigeria. And help her to make it in Nigeria. Your oil, you shameless thing. liar. Go and lie to the idiots, not to the wise, not to the intelligent. No, you can't lie to us anymore. You can't deceive us anymore. My people, I hope you learned something today, and I will see you on my next video. Bye for now.